What's going on, guys? This is Justin with Go Crazy Card Collecting. I just wanted to make a video and kind of celebrate opening day a little bit. It is opening day, and the Cardinals just won their game against the Twins, 5-3. What a great way to start the season. I know the Cardinals aren't expected to do a whole lot. They got a lot of young players, and but you never know. Baseball is baseball, and that's why I love it. So I'm going to support them and root for them anyway. But I'm going to take a break for a second for my Arkansas baseball history series. I've got some stuff playing and got something on the way for that. So I'm going to take a break from that for just a second. I'm sorry if I haven't commented on any of your videos and stuff in a little while. I've done a few comments, I know, but I was out of town for the beginning. This is our spring break. I'm a band director. This is our spring break, and I was out of town as a leader of a youth retreat. We went to Shepherd of the Ozarks in Arkansas, and just a beautiful, wonderful place. And so I'm back from that, and I usually make my videos on Tuesdays, but this is Thursday evening. And I just thought, what a great way to celebrate opening day than to show off some baseball cards. So these are kind of cool. If some of you don't know my story, my mom, several years ago, I guess it might have been 2020 actually, like right before COVID became this big thing. My mom gave me her binder of baseball cards from the 60s that she pulled all of it from a pack. She didn't go to anywhere and buy them. They were all from packs. And so that kind of got me started on this whole journey. Well, I wanted to show you where it all started for her. She was born in 1954. And so her first collecting started in 1961, and so she would have been around 7 years old at the time. And she started by collecting these cards that I know a lot of you know about and a lot of you have seen, but I wanted to show them off anyway because these are pretty special to me, because my mom literally cut these out herself. And so all of them, all the ones that I have, and I don't have a lot of big names, but a few Hall of Famers, and there's one big name, and it's very loved. It's a very loved card, and that's fine. But these mean so much to me because I just think about this little 7-year-old girl kind of getting into her excitement of the baseball card hobby. It wasn't a huge hobby back then, but they just loved the cards and things like that. And so in 1960, Post Cereal decided to put out, I think it was a 9-card set on the back of, it was Grape Nuts or something. I think I read it was Grape Nuts cereal, and they were oversized cards. 5 of them were baseball players. There was Mickey Mantle, I want to say Killebrew, Kaline, Drysdale, and Eddie Matthews. And so there was a 9-card set, and they were oversized cards in 1960. And then they had 2 football players and 2 basketball players. I think one of the basketball players was Bob Cousy. I don't know. Anyway, and she didn't have any of those. But remember, I told you she started in 61. And so in 61, Post kind of came back, and they decided to go kind of full on they did more of a normal traditional size baseball card on the back of these boxes. And they did 200 of them. And so there was a series of 200. And they did this for 3 years, in 61, 62, and 63. And for the 61 and 62 years, and I've got these up here because that was my mom's, and that was my mom's from 63 baseball. I bought that one. But she started in 61, and she did the Post Cereal cards in 61 and 62, and then when 63 came around, she started getting the top stuff and stopped worrying about the baseball cards. So I don't have any from the 63s, but I do have some from the 61s and 62s, and so I'm going to show you some. This was hers that she cut out. It's an Aparicio, and this is what they looked like in 61. Now, they were all like this. They all had kind of the black line there with the name in black here with the stars, and it says baseball star card number 19. They don't all say number 19. They were all numbered differently. It had their stats down here at the bottom, and it had kind of their biographical information here. where he played, what position, and then a little bit about each player. And so those were kind of awesome. And this one she cut out real nice. It's in really good shape. They're not all like that. So here's an Aparicio from that 61 set. I do have the Hank Aaron. This one's been well loved. Her, like many kids, she said they played with their cards. Her and her brother. There were 5 kids in her family, and her brother, there was a gap between her brother. She was the youngest. There was a gap between her brother, who was a little older than her, and the next one. And so they were at home for a long time together, and they were much younger than the rest of them, so they played together a lot. And they played with their baseball cards. So the big name players kind of got played with a little bit more than the other ones. I have a 61 Mantle that's in really, really rough shape. But anyway, that was like one of the few 61 Topps cards that she had. But she did this a lot. There's that one. This is another Aparicio. Here's the first one I showed you. She had 2 of those. She's got some others. Here's Jim Perry. Wilmer. Should say Mizell. Frank Bowman. Pretty cool. Willie Tasby. That's a really nice looking one. And I love these things. And I know they're all around. I know that you can get them. Tito Francona. All over the place. Bobby Shantz. Hal Smith. Pascal. Got Wes Covington, Tony Curry. She's got a bunch. Roy Sievers, Stan Williams, Hank Bauer. The Athletics. Frank Malzone. Got a couple that I didn't have. Anyway, those are the 61s, and it's got the 60. It's got the 1960. You can't see that, it's fuzzy. 1960 stats and then lifetime stats up to that point. So very, very cool. Well, in 62, they started differentiating between American League and National League with different colors. Like here is this Don Zimmer, and you can see it's got some stuff on it, but it's got this red border, a yellow background, and it's got the Post logo on there, and then the number up here and the biographical information with the picture on the side. Whereas the National League ones were blue. And the yellow was in where the stats were, and the white was up here, whereas the white is here and the yellow is here. So there's a different for the 62s. And so I've got a bunch of those as well. Don Zimmer, Gene Freeze, Ken Hunt, Al Smith, Bubba Phillips, Dick Hauser. I do have a couple of Hall of Famers in this one with Ron Santo. Harmon Killebrew. ×2. I like this one, Jim Gilliam. I kind of stuck him in there. Not a Hall of Famer, but Bill Mazeroski is. Joe Cunningham. He's a Cardinal. Roy Face. Really good pitcher for the Pirates. Good old Elroy. Ken Boyer. One of my favorites. As a Cardinals fan, I would like to see him get into the Hall of Fame. Whether he should be or shouldn't be, Carl Sawatsky. He's a Cardinal. Got several other. Chico Fernandez, Hal Smith. Anyway, in 63, they came out with more of those. And they went back to having the one color for all of them. And then they didn't do it in 64 and then on out. And I wanted to show you, like, how cool is that I have these that my mom cut out when she was just a little girl. I mean, 7, 8 years old. I texted her and I said, "You cut all these out?" She said, "Yes, I did." So in that binder that she gave me in the very back were all these cards in there. In the pages, and I didn't like the doubles and stuff. They were just, she would put one right behind the other and kind of put them in there. I just wanted to show those off. I kind of thought it was cool. It's opening day, beginning of a new season. Wanted to show you the beginning of where my mom started collecting. You guys, I've told you a couple times kind of where I've started with this vintage journey. I did collect when I was a kid, but I wanted to show you kind of where I started in this vintage journey as an adult. And by doing that, I wanted to show you today how my mom started when she was a kid and how she kind of started in the collection that I got from her. It's not an inheritance. She's still alive. She wanted to see me and my son kind of enjoy it, and it just kind of set me off. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys. I will watch some videos, make some comments. I love this community. I love you guys. I'm about 380 subscribers, which is fantastic. I think this is my 19th video, and so my goal is to have around 400 by the summer. And so if you are not, or if you're still with me and you haven't subscribed, I would love that. I am going to do some more Arkansas history videos. I do plan on going down to Hot Springs. It's about an hour and 15 minutes from me. And so that's where, like, Babe Ruth hit a smashing home run there, and the home plate, not the actual home plate, but there's a home plate there where he hit it from. And Majestic Park, that's where they used to have spring training, and it kind of originated. So I will be doing a video from there. Anyway, God bless you guys. I appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful week and a great weekend, and I'll come back at you soon. Thanks a lot.